Now if I'm going from, let's say, speed of 60 to 100, let's just try to floor it. It is definitely 0 to 100 in some seconds, you know. Good day everybody, Vic here for V-Drive, bringing it to you 2025 Nissan Versa S, or maybe I should mention the cheapest car that you can buy in North America right now. In Canada, it's only going to cost you about $22,000, and you're going to get just enough features, less electronics, great fuel economy, and just a daily car. If you're somebody like me who do not want a lot of electronics and just want a basic daily car, this is what it is. Let me give you a quick 360 on this vehicle. It's a nice gray vehicle with the steel rims and the gray colors covers on it. You have your nice mirrors on the side, backup sensors. Everything is with the key, as you can see right here. There is not any electronics inside the vehicle other than the Bluetooth, power windows, and mirrors. But look at this nice look at the front end here. You have the updated Nissan logo at the front, blacked out look in between, little chrome inserts right here. And if we are talking about the lights, these lights are not LEDs, these are halogens with the low beams, high beam, and you have your side signals too. You also do have fog lamps too, which looks pretty cool. Now, talking about the tires right here, these tires are 195, 65, 15, 91H, 15 inches tires. If you're trying to buy these tires in the market right now in my city of Edmonton, it's only going to cost you like $130 per tire, which is pretty cheap actually, right? This color is called gunmetal gray. It looks pretty neat right here. Now, if you want to get inside the vehicle, this is the standard key that you get. If you want a remote starter, obviously you can install that, right? Coming to the back of the vehicle, you do have rear end sensors and a backup camera. If you're backing up, it does have automatic braking as well. At the bottom, it does look like this vehicle comes with a diffuser. It just the look to it, obviously there is no shape of, there is no conversation about the fact that it is not a fast car that is equipped with any kind of sportier feature there. But if you want to open up your trunk, this is how you do it. You have plenty of space inside here. Obviously, it does come with the extra set of bracket if you want to put your front plate on. And you have a spare tire here, which is a donut with the tools underneath here too. By the way, shout out to LA Nissan in Leduc, Alberta, to giving me this vehicle. I really appreciate these guys. And just so you know, they have a lot of inventory for all the new and used Nissans. They are one of the biggest dealers here. If you need any vehicle, make sure you reach out to them. If you guys are enjoying this video and if you get some value, please do not forget to subscribe. There is more and more fun content on the way. Let's get back to the video. All right, here it is. Underneath the hood, you get this 1.6 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that puts out 122 horsepower and 114 pound-feet of torque. Now, talking about the fuel economy, it's insane. You get 32 miles per gallon on the in the city and 40 miles per gallon on the highway. Combined gives you about 35 miles per gallon, which is amazing. In this economy, and when you needed a vehicle just to go from A to B, this is the best option. And oil changes are pretty cheap on this too, right around $100 in Edmonton. And one more thing I would like to mention, as this one has a rear braking as well with the help of the sensors. You also have a front-facing camera, so if you need automatic braking for front and pedestrian detection, you have that in this vehicle too. Get inside the vehicle right now. Let me just show you something. This is how the vehicle looks like. You have plastic all around here. You still have power windows, power locks, and this is how the interior looks like. You have airbags on your back seats here if you're traveling with the kids, and inside if you need cup holder space, you have that, as well as in that direction too. And people at the back can still connect these USBs if they want to connect their phone or charge their electronics. In the middle, you do have a bump, so you'll have to be mindful who do you put inside in the middle space here. Definitely 2 people can comfortably sit in there, depending how tall they are. All right, this is how the vehicle looks like at the front end. You still have the power options. You have an automatic button for your driver's side. If you push it too hard or up, it's going to go up and down. You have the side mirrors that are powered as well. And you have manual seats inside in this base model. And obviously you get power seats in the higher models. You have 2-tone cloth seat. Looks really nice. You still have the park assist button, lane assist, and you have forward collision options as well. And this is how it feels from inside. Let's just quickly start this vehicle so I can show it to you. Right? You have a flat bottom steering wheel that you get inside here with the cruise control. You have an old analog system which means less electronics, less problems. You still have the wiper blades with the washer and all that stuff is pretty standard. You have automatic transmission inside here, but you have an option to get manual if you like. You have a place where you can store your phone. You have USB port, aux port, and you have DC port here in case you want to charge your phone. Cup holders here, and a little bit more space here with the manual e-brake here, as you can see. Overall, this vehicle looks pretty cool. In my opinion, if you want a vehicle and you want your monthly car bill to be lower than your DoorDash bill or your Uber Eats bill, this is the one it is. You still have touchscreen with the aux option to play your music, or you can use USB, or you can use Bluetooth as well. There's nothing much to show right here, but if you press this button, it's gonna put you in the night mode, and if you want to completely turn off your screen, you can press this button as well, and display is gonna be off. To turn on the display, obviously, press this button again. There is a small amount of cup storage space. You have speakers, obviously. You have storage for your water bottle or stuff like that, and you have hard plastic all around the vehicle here too. Now let's just take this vehicle for a quick test drive and show it to you how it handles there. All right, let's just take this vehicle for a quick drive so I can show it to you how does the 1.6 4-cylinder and turbocharged engine, how it handles. It feels really smooth, not gonna lie. Even though it is a CVT transmission in this specific automatic model, it feels really smooth. I strongly feel that if you want to drive a car, less problems, and you still want to enjoy your life with your less expenses, this will be the best option. Let's just take it on a quick highway and see how it handles here. It's cheaper than any other Toyota Corolla or Mitsubishi that you can see in the market, unless it is a Mitsubishi Mirage, which in 2024 was the cheapest one, which was about $18,000. I don't know if they're planning on bringing that vehicle back up, but that will be another one, which I'm planning on checking it out. But for now, let's just see how this one handles. I'm gonna try to accelerate a little bit and show it to you guys if this will be the vehicle that you would wanna drive. Smaller engine definitely make a little bit of a louder noise, but you know what, I'll definitely take this when it's only brand new for $22,000. Wow. Spending that kind of money on a used Honda Civic or a Toyota Corolla, or buying a brand new with the full warranty on a Nissan Versa, you know, I guess we all are smart enough to understand which one would make more sense. And especially if you're kind of a person who's going to drive this vehicle for a long time, this will be a great addition. Now, if I'm going from, let's say, speed of 60 to 100, let's just try to floor it. It is definitely 0 to 100 in some seconds, you know, more like 9.6 seconds. 0 to 100, but you know what, it's still not bad. Handling is pretty smooth, pretty responsive, I must say. Suspension feels okay. Again, you get what you spend. If any of you had a chance to drive this vehicle by yourself, let me know what your thoughts are. In my understanding, this is by far the best vehicle I have ever driven for that price range and a brand new vehicle. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment below, and looking forward to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.